Hi, my name is Alex, and I am doing a report on the wonderful state of New York. And I am here to tell you a lot of information about New York. So starting off, I will tell you some of the national landmarks like Times Square, Niagara Falls, and last but not least, Statue of Liberty. First, I'm going to start off with Times Square. Times Square is one of my favorite landmarks in New York. So it is a part of New York, and it stretches from 42nd to West 47th Street. Yeah, it stretches pretty far. Also, there is one main building in the very center that is tall and filled with advertisements and big posters. Times Square is sometimes referred as the crossroad of the world, the center of the universe, and the heart of the Great White Way. Times Square is one of the world's busiest pedestrian intersections. It is also known as the Hub Theater, the Broadway District, and the major center of the world's entertainment industry. Times Square is created a part of New York, and whenever there was a big event, everybody in New York would gather around in the streets of Times Square to celebrate, just like New Year's Eve. Times Square is one of the most visited tourist areas, and that's all for Times Square. Now I'm going to tell you about Niagara Falls. Niagara Falls is the collective name for the three waterfalls that straddle the international border between Canada and the U.S., more specifically between the province and the Ontario in the state of New York. They formed the southern end of Niagara, George, from the largest, smallest to the three waterfalls, and are the Horseshoe in the American and Bridal Veil Falls. The Horseshoe Falls lies mostly on the Canadian side, and the American Falls entirely on the American side, separated by Goat Island. The smaller Bridal Veil Falls are also known as the American side, separated from the other waterfalls by Luna Island. The international boundary line was originally drawn through the Horseshoe Falls in 1819. But the boundary has long been disputed due to the natural erosion and construction. Located in Niagara River, which drains the Lake Erie into Lake Ontario, the combined falls from the highest flow rate of any waterfall in the world, with a vertical drop of more than 165 feet, or 50 meters. Niagara Falls, America, as measured by vertical height and flow rate. The falls are 17 miles, also 27 kilometers, northwest of Buffalo and New York, and 75 miles, 121 kilometers, southeast of Toronto, between the twin cities of Ontario and Niagara Falls, New York. The Statue of Liberty is the island in New York Harbor in New York City. In the United States, the copper statue designed by Frederick Auguste Bartholdi, a French sculptor, was built by Gustave Eiffel and dedicated on October 28, 1886. It was a gift to the United States from the French people. The statue of the robed female figure representing the liberators of the Roman goddess, who bears a torch on the tubular anastate, a table evoking the law, upon which is inscribed the date of the American Declaration of Independence, July 4th, 1776. A broken chain lies at her feet. The statue is an icon of freedom and the United States, and was a welcome sign to immigrants arriving from abroad. Bartholdi was inspired by the French law and professor of politician, Edouard René de la Boule, who is said to have commented in 1865 that any monument raised to American independence would properly be a joint protect to the French and the American peoples. He may have been minded to the honor of the Union victory in the American Civil War and the end of slavery. Due to the post-war instability in France, work on the statue did not commence until the early 1870s. In 1875, La Boule proposed that the French finance the statue of the Americans, provide the site, and build the pedestal. Bartholdi completed and head to the torch-bearing arm before the statue was fully designed, and these pieces were exhibited for the public at international exponents. X potions. Okay, so that's all I have for New York for right now. Bye.